to put down the Museveni regime. But that's not the end as in itself. As a matter of fact, when we defeat this dictatorship, that will only be the beginning. We have been taught by our forefathers, who we were taught to hate in the first place, that our fight here is against poverty, ignorance, and disease. And indeed, that was Dr. Pote's mission, which we clearly see. Unfortunately, under Museveni, the problem of Uganda has been reduced to one thing: corruption. You see, as a human being, you can have 99 problems until you have a health problem, and then you have one problem. We had so many problems until we have the Museveni kind of corruption, and then we have one corruption, moral corruption, and everything corruption. As a matter of fact, I'll say it here when I'm on Lango FM, the voice of Lango, yes, that we are conditioned to hate past leaders. Even when we are moving on the roads that they constructed, we are taught to hate Amin. Even when we know how Pan-African he was. Of course, he had his mistakes, and I'm not justifying his mistakes. We were taught to hate the past regimes. We were taught to hate President Obote. For example, back in Buganda, that is the narrative that Museveni used. Like I just mentioned, he and his rebels would dress in UPC uniform and go kill our people to teach us to hate that. Even when we know that the hospitals and the roads and the schools that we went to were constructed by those leaders, Obote never drove people off their land. He never exhumed our elders to grab the land and all that. But that is what's happening today. Anyway, we want to point our focus to the future. We are trying to end this regime so that we build a new Uganda where everybody will be free before and under the law, where you come to a radio station and speak your truth and you don't expect to be taken away in a drone like it's happening today, where you know that the law is going to be, justice is going to be accessible for everybody. We want to fight against this poverty, the ignorance and disease. Poverty, we are not reinventing the wheel. It has been there. We had cooperatives that were established in the past governments, which were destroyed steadily and consistently by the Museveni regime. To see that now our cash crops have been destroyed. Coffee, cotton, tobacco, name it. And those that have persisted have been grabbed and taken, owned by family. The most recent victim crop is coffee, but this happened to cotton, it happened to tobacco, it happened to sugarcane in Busoga. So we want to fight back against that poverty by making sure people own back their income generating activities. Of course, we want to fight against ignorance, we want to improve education. Today, our education is terrible, as you can see. Our healthcare, needless to talk about it, Justice Mudiagonja was in charge, a former Inspector General of government, crying foul. Here in Uganda, it has been told to us, and everybody has seen it, that everybody, no matter how rich or successful you are only one hospital bill away from brokenness. So we want to fix that. We want to fight corruption, because corruption is the cancer that has killed our country. This corruption is perpetuated and protected by Museveni himself, because most of the corrupt people are always traced to his doorstep. And he has come out in his own words to support that corruption. The corruption in parliament, the corruption in every institution of government. I'm sure you know as a journalist by now that according to the IGG's report, we lose 10 trillion. 10 trillion is stolen by Museveni every year. And I'm strongly convinced that that is an statement, because this is official government statistics. It must be more. That we want to stop it. We want to fix the infrastructure, ensure that roads worked on. We are still moving on the roads constructed and established by all the governments. We want to fix our road network because that money is there. If that money is not stolen, that money can fix our roads, that money can fix our hospitals, that money can fix our schools. We want to make every Uganda equal to the other to stop the exclusion in the economy, but also in other services. For example, in the military, there's so much tribalism and inequality in the military when it's a national unity platform in leadership of this country. A person recruited in Gulu or Oyam or Atiak or Kasese or Gomba or Chiruhura will be judged the same and promoted the same. Promotion in the military or in police is not going to depend on the language you speak or the shape of your nose or your last name. It is going to be purely on merit. So we want to fix that. One other big problem that we want to deal with is land grabbing. This is at epidemic levels, not only in northern Uganda, but everywhere. You've had this problem in Uganda, in Busoga, but now that we are in northern Uganda, you've seen it. From the upper land grabs to this disrespectful allocation of your land to the Balalo, who you cried about for a very long time until just recently when the minister gave them 2 weeks to vacate. But mockingly, Museveni's son Muhoozi came out and tweeted, interestingly, in Unyankole, and he said, yes, although you were given 2 weeks, and indeed his father, General Museveni, ordered them to leave, but Muhoozi told them, you cannot leave until I come there. So that and many other injustices will have to end as soon as we get into power. One thing I don't want to forget is that as soon as we assume power, we are going to repeal all those bad laws from the UPDF Act and all these other senseless laws that are oppressive. We're going to repeal them and ensure that Ugandans live in dignity and in freedom like it should be in a democracy.
Thank you. Someone will ask, you've said there is a lot of tribalism in the military and inequality.
Yes.
In terms of
Yes.
definitely the tribe, the district where you come from.
Yes.
During the recruitment process, they pass every district and recruit members. Like recently for Uganda Police, they passed everywhere in the country, canvassing the country, doing the interviews and taking the people. What makes you say there is tribalism?
Yes, because I see the reality. Do you know the generals we have? Okay, you see them. Are they representative of the nation? Certainly not. They're not a national character. But leave the military alone. Go to all ministries. Go to Uganda Revenue Authority and listen to the language they speak there. Go to the airport of Uganda. Listen to the language that they speak there. Look at all the military high command, all the high-ranking police officers. Go and look at the RPCs and DPCs all over Uganda. Even here in Lira, I will not need to inform you. I mean, look at the CDF, the head of the military. Look at the head of police and those that come. Look at the Commissioner General of Prisons. They all come from the same the same region.
Thank you.
I mean, needless to say, the same family. So I think I don't need to substantiate my point. It is self-explanatory. This is a tribal government. This is a family rule, and it must stop because all Ugandans need to be represented in the leadership of the country.
Thank you so much. With Radio Party President Studio, Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu, ameng'eye kidi nyingme Bobby Wine. Mewele studio kan, anapenye, ikom mangwa gindilo tiyo chalo Party National Unity Platform, ikom peki Amerika duong tumal me Uganda ni, man chalo ngam ni manon kaya na bilo danyi loch, chalo Party National Unity Platform, gindilo chaku ni tit, gero lo Uganda nyen, gindilo timo, eka meweke, ginkado danyo kota gero Uganda nyen, obiru chak kwa geya nyen pijo dushu meti lo Uganda lo wenyikom chan lo wenyikom lo hachonye lo wenyikom pe home tuo na mantio dio jowa pe tukere lo komni dum tie dite yile lo alo abro pe home chano chana amen ko ni ne en e binu lo ya tek to alkere parri mere ke teach gidusu mena unity platform ena ko ni mano pe ho ke na metie dum chini chawane lost me tikri game de metie ponyo wa me wan dago tera wa chon ya pore mi dag president amin e kun ka beda mana minuti ja ba ci pilo woni mi dago borre kun ka beda mana borti ja ba ci pilo woni en ko ni mano ber gina metie na hayiro on lo boti meno ke na president chon binu tiyo di chawane mi ni wano dag en ko ni donyo gi lach chalo gir mi gero Uganda nyien e binu mi yobera gonya ane ngara chel bera gonya kayi to cheko tero te pidi ngola tira bera tie pijo dushu no pe home tuo chan e beda pe jeno ko pe tu kena motive lo Uganda tieni ugamo to ala jo kona hakari pur eno ko ni manu chiem are jo pur kan ya pore le bala muan a choki ko per bela lieto twal mano mano ko ni taba ya kina meno kene pama meno rio pur che ko na mando ko nya du pe eno mi go mera du pe ko kena ko ni tielo Uganda jawno ber pe ki me puonyere peki me yot kom kuni pe ho me yot kom dia dum tutwala me kayi be ngalo le Uganda chawani kayin ko be la let itu ye kay chiel e ka chiri ni ameti tum duit ida hatal anu yini wo cheni wo tiyo kere men mo ko yin ko biento welda hatal ti malo dan mo ko nyen jodu pera mo no ko ni chan dia dongi dogolo mi apol ikom report ame kweda ame otio ni tajeno ko ni mano imwa he mo halo Uganda wenye chiene ame ro trillion apa men ko ni dan tu boda tami pe ko ba ber kan ke jeno don kan kan ko ento piendong nu porta jeno o kweda manu pien gino tiu ke game nu ron ko bana ono tamar ko ni da pe ha don ti twat e lach lobo manu game te pole wa e joy moy en ko ni para po hatia duong to twal o choja lo be ke rock e lacha gino binie pe choja lo be ke kita wuminen kere lo be ke kita wainen kere yo disse ke ya to binu mi men mo en be fi jo to show en ko na hani ko pe mayo lobo tie duong to twal men mi apor ko ni lobo me apa na ha ko pe tie me pe tum ilao kana wor ma tin duong lobo ko la ni mano kwando balala ko wai lo me lao ke choli beri da ko ni what a president e general mozi da doctor of keto kun ko ni mano ko pe gyo mo ya ko ni choi le ba go kun ko ni ko di dogo balala po ta mo ya kai ko pe di ne mo be ko pa en ko bi yore ko ni ka gino danyo chal national platform gino bino mi yo gene ci ko ken ti amen ko ni gor ko nyer pe bino kwanyo gino ko ya pore bro chik me mo me UPDF ata no chwa ci choki ko ni mano gino bino kwanyo ko ya pe ya na pe ni ko ngo amen ti ke me mo ni mano daga ke po ha me rock tie yo yo mo ni ko ko ente ko ni mano no apo ha ti adong te pe ni ana anen gino le di ameti Uganda kana me kaine ni loki rohi nuni ti roran ko ni kana wori you teach me you are kachi wori teach me like dege Uganda Airlines e kachi ke don ko mana don imo en kachi ke RDCs ke DPCs